А вот и он.
Agent 47 and Diana Burnwood are the world's top assassins working for the ICA. Unknowingly, they have been hired by a shadow client to target a number of operatives of Providence, a secret organization working in the highest echelons of power. Providence's controller, the Constant, approaches Diana and makes her a deal. Eliminate the shadow client and learn about 47's past. But when 47 discovers that the shadow client is Lucas Gray, his lost childhood friend, he and Diana switch sides to fulfill an old pact: destroy Providence. Together, they manage to capture the Constant, forcing him to reveal the identities of the 3 Providence partners. Eliminate them, and the war would be over. However, the Constant has an ace up his sleeve.
Да ё-моё, что за хоткей?
Look closer. In the shadows. Behind the everyday world. Beyond the headlines and the seats of power. A hidden hand. A kind of company known as Providence. To it, we were just assets. To use and throw away. To do the unthinkable. The unforgivable. And it never gave us a second thought. Until now. After decades in the shadows, we are fighting back. Me and 47. Much has been lost, but we are closer than ever. We trapped the Constant, Providence's chief controller, and finally learnt the names of its 3 partners. In their downfall, we lay the past to rest. And, just maybe, look towards the future. 47. It's time.
The partners are down there. You know, I never planned this far ahead. You never do. I see someone got his memory back. Wait, is that a beacon? What the hell? Base. Alexa Carlisle's helicopter just took off. Confirm target locations, over. Diana, what's the status?
Right. We have a situation. Carlisle has left the building. And I think I know why. The Constant has escaped, He persuaded one of the sailors into setting him free, and since then he's been seizing control of Providence assets and resources. I can only assume Carlyle is rushing to contain the damage.
If she slips away again...
We'll keep track of her. Make sure she doesn't. Meanwhile, the plan stays the same. Your destination is the Scepter, the world's tallest building where the partners are laying low, courtesy of their host, Sheikh Omar Al-Ghazali. Marcus Stuyvesant is fifth-generation old money. His family made its fortune in real estate and banking, and were at one point the chief landowners in New York. Carl Ingram is a powerful Washington kingmaker whose family grew rich selling gunpowder during the American Civil War, and later established a globe-spanning empire in oil, coal, and steel. Both families long since retreated from public view, but their quiet dominance endures to this day. Now, the partners likely suspect that we're coming, so Mr. Grey will infiltrate building controls and disable all electronic doors and elevators. Stuyvesant and Ingram are about to find they have nowhere left to run.
Right. This is our moment, 47. Providence ruined our lives with the flick of a pen. Today, we return the favor. Happy hunting.
Прекрасное начало. Так, поехали. Ну, у нас ничего особенного нет, поэтому выберем классический костюмчик. И поехали. Сложность предпоследняя, то есть с подсказками. Хорошая реакция врагов, но с подсказками. Пардон. Так. Какая мохнатенькая тема у них, да? Какой-то Royal Highness, это значит, что его превосходительство, следовательно, это...
Familiar faces here today. And this has been a dream of mine for a great many years.
Это пародия на наших братьев с Ближнего Востока.
Less privileged sides of the respectful Al-Ghazali family. But with a small loan from my father, I soon built up a construction empire that was worthy of the great Al-Ghazali.
Да, строительная империя. Слышали мы о таких. Но нарисовано добротно. То есть нет ощущения, что ты попал в какую-то другую игру. Все такое прилизанное. Так, взаимодействует.
Listen, I want to talk to the partners directly. Make them understand why all of this is happening. And that terminal gives me an idea. There's a server room near the Sheikh's personal reception. If you can gain access to it, we might be able to recover useful intel from it. We'll have to work together to hack the system, but it's our best shot.
Так, читаем. Так падают сильные мира сего. Так, через взлом системы. Ну, давай попробуем. Хорошо.
It looks like the staff area could provide you with a viable route to the server room.
Через комнату для прислуги. Хорошо, пойдем посмотрим, что еще есть.
Hey, that's a nice suit.
Так, значит, у нас задачи. Вот этот парень и вот этот.
Всё,
отлично.
Look, it's just a precaution.
I've been personally invited by the Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali. I should have clearance. The name is Zaina Kazim.
Sir, I understand, but you can't enter without being searched.
Zana
Так,
Kazim,
какой-то...
aka the Vulture. One of the top agents working for Crystal Dawn, the Pan-African terrorist
Всеафриканская
organization.
террористическая организация. Я
I
понял.
almost hired him myself once, but chose the maelstrom instead.
Можно, как я понял, переодеться за этого парня, да?
Think about it and come back if you want. I'll be waiting upstairs in the reception. Understood?
Crystal.
А ну давай. Какие-то штуки. Отвертка. Так, надо как-то его привлечь.
What the?
Она сейчас уйдет в ту сторону. Так, она ушла в ту сторону, а теперь мы вызываем его. Оп, присели. Так, глушим парня, глушим. Так, пузырек с таблетками, смертельный яд, отлично. Так, теперь надо как-то прорваться. Меня, скорее всего, будут обыскивать.
Hello, sir. Hold it, sir. You're not allowed to be here, sir.
Pardon?
That's Please leave. Keep walking. There's nothing here.
Так, придется отказаться от пистолета.
Hey there, big guy. I just need to do a quick routine check if you want to get through. Won't take a second, sir. Right, that's it. Keep moving, please.
Oh, Mr. Kazim. I'm glad you changed your mind.
Arrogance can be a dangerous trait.
Yes, indeed, it can. Mr. Ingram has been expecting you. We have a conference room set up for you.
Hey, bud.
Please, go in and make yourself comfortable. Mr. Ingram will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
And a good day to you.
Sir.
Looking good today, sir.
Mr. Kazim, a pleasure to meet you. Omar tells me great things about you. I'll get straight to the point. I have well, let's call it a dispute, which the Royal Highness tells me you're very capable of taking care of. Now, I've worked with your organization before, in Morocco, I believe, so I'm a little hesitant.
Don't be. We do what's needed.
Well, only time will tell. I have 2 assignments for you. Take care of the first one, and then we can discuss the bigger fish. Now, on to the first. An acute problem has been brought to my attention.
Keep talking.
I'll be candid with you. No one is supposed to know that I'm here. However, there's a journalist down at the inauguration, and he's asking rather intrusive questions about who's staying up here, and that is a very dangerous problem for me. Now, I want you to silence this little pain. You think you can do that?
It's what I do best.
I like your bluntness. This is his file. Hans Lucht, Pulitzer-winning freelance journalist. He's good, and won't give up until he gets the answers he needs. And that can't happen.
Consider it done.
Good man. And remember, I want a picture. I want proof so I can sleep tonight.
Of course.
Once this little assignment is completed, come back and talk to Miss Toe. Then we can discuss the real cancer that needs to be removed. I'm sure you can see yourself out.
Отлично.
That's Carl Ingram, Providence partner and brass-balled billionaire. A legendary political fixer, Ingram is old money and as rotten as they come.
Нам поручили прикончить какого-то журналиста. О, нет, я попал на камеры. Как же так? Ладно, ничего страшного. Это ведь у нас security, да?
Where does this one go? Oh, right there. Oh, it's got some strange noises here. Looking into it.
Так, этот сейчас пойдет выяснять, в чем дело. А у нас нет смертельного боя. Как быть? Как быть и что делать? Спалился, короче, ладно. Все.
Come back if you want. I'll be waiting upstairs in the reception. Understood?
Crystal.
Так, давай попробуем через серверную.
You need to tell me what the hell is.
Все пошло не по плану.
want. I'll be waiting upstairs in the reception. Understood?
Так, а где он ходит-то сам? Может, у меня нет нужды? Ну, хотя нет, нужда есть всегда. Так. Замаскироваться.
Mister? Excuse me, if you're coming through, I have to frisk you. Only take a minute, okay? Sorry about this, sir. Won't be a moment. Green light, go. Sir, I'm sorry. This is a restricted area.
Что такое? Я же прошел.
Just a quick pat down, sir. Nothing to worry about. Good. You're clean and good to go.
Oh, Mr. Kazim.
Прервал
I'm
анимацию.
glad you changed your mind.
Arrogance can be a dangerous trait.
Yes, indeed, it can. Mr. Ingram has been expecting you. We have a conference room set up for you.
Hello, sir.
Please, go in and make yourself comfortable. Mr. Ingram will be with you shortly.
Так, секретарь ушла. Это окно возможности для сохранения, во-первых.
Hello there.
Listen here, pal. I'm
Да,
sorry,
да,
but you're not getting through.
Sir, this is Kelly Toh. Your appointment has arrived and is waiting for you in the conference room.
Так. Пока идет главная цель,
Hello.
мы можем очистить
Yeah, just
security.
want to remind you about the lockdown drill tomorrow. That's right, 900 hours. And the key cards to activate the alarms are still in the safe in the security room. Yeah, same code. 6, 9,
6927,
7.
он сказал код.
Just don't tell your mother or I'll have to shoot her. Okay. Okay, but remember, you need to activate the alarm on both floors, otherwise nothing's gonna happen. Good. Yeah, I will do. Have a good shift tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.
Процедура эвакуации. Для запуска процедуры эвакуации нужно активировать 2 ключ-карты на 2 верхних этажах. Это защита от ложного срабатывания, я понял.
Please make yourself comfortable.
Так, он будет пить из этой банки или нет?
I'll get straight to the point. I have a, well, let's call it a dispute, which the Royal Highness tells me you're very capable of taking care of. Now, I've worked with your organization before, and Morocco, I believe. So I'm a little hesitant.
Don't be. We do what's needed.
Well, only time will tell. I have 2 assignments for you. Take care of the first one, and then we can discuss the bigger fish. Now, on to the first. An acute problem has been brought to my attention.
Keep talking.
I'll be candid with you. No one is supposed to know that I'm here. However, there's a journalist down at the inauguration, and he's asking rather intrusive questions about who's staying up here. And that is a very dangerous problem for me. Now, I want you to silence this little pain. You think you can do that?
It's what I do best.
I like your bluntness. This is his file. Hans Lucht, Pulitzer-winning freelance journalist. He's good, and won't give up until he gets the answers he needs. And that can't happen.
Consider it done.
Good man. And remember, I want a picture. I want proof so I can sleep tonight.
Of course.
Once this little assignment is completed, come back and talk to Miss Toe. Then we can discuss the real cancer that needs to be removed. I'm sure you can see yourself out. Okay, where was I?
And Jeffrey excelled. Lo and behold, we started to gain.
Так, теперь нам надо найти какого-то независимого журналиста.
Hey,
Для того, чтобы организовать встречу. Повторно. Надеюсь, второй раз у нас будет больше возможностей. Так, сохраняемся.
Mr. Lucht, I hear you're looking for information.
Oh, really?
Greetings, sir.
Okay. You know what's happening upstairs?
I know more than you could imagine. But we can't talk here. Follow me.
Great. Lead the way.
Что ж. Конечно же, мы идем в туалет.
Hello, sir.
Так. Угу. Надо найти укромное место со шкафом.
Yeah, just you try.
Бросить. И теперь надо сфотографировать. Это новая фишка нового Хитмана. Теперь у нас есть камера.
Yes, that's it. Now Ingram trusts you. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Все. Есть. Теперь идем обратно к секретарю. Вот сюда можно было спрятать пистолет. Так, хорошо. На вот сюда.
Hi there.
Так, этим я уже знаю. По идее, можно брать пистолет, кстати, с собой. Давай попробуем. Мы оставили его здесь. О, у этого парня складной нож даже был. Хорош.
Greetings, sir.
Да, они меня знают. Это прекрасно. То есть мы воспользовались случаем
Hey, bud.
и вооружились.
Mr. Kazim, welcome back. So, you have the picture?
Yes, here.
Good. Our guest will be delighted. Please follow me. He's waiting. Mr. Kazim, please, follow me.
Please stay back.
Looking good today, sir.
I apologize about the incident earlier downstairs. But you have to understand that we need to keep security tight, no matter who. All our guests go through the same procedure. If you just follow me, Mr. Kazim.
Да почему в воде стоишь?
Have you seen the view yet? It's quite spectacular. On a clear day, you get a wonderful view of the Arabian desert. It's a sight to behold. The
Да, это аравийская
vastness of
пустыня, значит, это
Back in
Саудовская Аравия.
China, this would never be possible because of all the smog.
Это очень интересное место.
How you been?
Mr. Ingram is expecting you.
Mr. Cassim, so good to see you. You have the picture?
Yes. Your problem is fixed.
Omar said you were good. Let's get down to the important business at hand. Okay, people, clear the room. I need to discuss some delicate business with Mr. Kazim.
Perfect. We have
I just
Ingram
had a
right
thought.
where we want him.
Excuse me for a second.
47,
Please make yourself
you
at
know
home.
what to do.
Have a drink, see the view. It's something to behold. I'm sorry. You want
Strongly suggest you all get the hell out of here.
This is out for what I do. Someone has been a roll pain in the eye.
Where is he? Visual on Tango. Target.
Carl Ingram finally gets what he deserves. Good riddance. Now let's get Marcus Stuyvesant.
Yes. Your problem is fixed.
Omar said you were good. Let's get down to the important business at hand. Okay, people, clear the room. I need to discuss some delicate business with Mr. Kazim. Sorry.
We have
Excuse
Ingram
me for a
right
minute.
where we want him.
I just remembered something.
47,
Please make yourself at
you
home.
know what to do.
Have a drink, see the view. It's something to behold. Now, where was I? Oh, that's right. My man here will stay for the meeting. I assume that will not be a problem. Either way, you have no choice in the matter. It's interesting we haven't come across each other before, Mr. Kazim. Well, maybe not. I usually have my people talk to people like you.
I can imagine.
I don't know how much Omar, the Royal Highness, has told you. But my guess is very little, so let me get straight to the point. My organization has been hit by an unpleasant cancer that can only be removed by cutting it out of the gut, if you get my drift.
Yes, I do.
Good. This little turd is spreading his vile, toxic cells, and I want him stopped. Brutally. Chemo won't remove him. Only the knife. I have his file here. Arthur Edwards. A sly little devil, if there ever was one. Me and my associates, well, we underestimated the little worm.
Have a lovely day.
Want revenge.
I think you and I share a common interest.
I doubt that. But I want you to make him suffer. I think I'll join you. Anyway, I was saying, I doubt that. But I...
Kyle Ingram finally gets what he deserves.
Есть.
Now let's get Marcus.
Если бы я не взял бокал, он бы пить не стал, кстати. Так, проверим пока здесь. Ага. Отпереть. Нужны отмычки. Отмычек пока что нет. Угу. Так, какие у нас есть возможности? Так, сейчас мы воспользовались подслушанным диалогом у охранника. О, это какая-то новая... Ага, начать эвакуацию, я понял.
But I like listening to the radio. Our Royal Highness has never complained about it before.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Ingram, who is the Royal Highness's guest, has requested no noise of any kind.
Okay, but it means I'll work slower.
I don't care what tempo you work.
It will be slow, and I'll probably get a warning about that.
I think I'm in love.
Ключ. Есть. Есть. Отлично. Если включить радио, интересно, что будет. Так, задачи, сюжетные задания. Угу. Ой, это тащит нашего первого клиента. Императорское филигранное яйцо. Надеюсь, это не яйцо самого императора. Если вы понимаете, о чем я. Агент 47 страдает клептоманией немножко. Да, надо помочь нести именно его. Ладно, нас обыскивать не будут. Надо найти зону. Но надо сказать, учитывая то, что у меня компьютер крайний раз обновлялся 5 лет назад, мне нравится, как делают Hitman. Они делают прямо то, что будет работать. Они делают то, что будет работать на любых компьютерах. Это очень правильно. Вот, смотри, это крыша другого небоскреба. То есть мы, ну, очень высоко. Я бы не отказался от какого-нибудь измерителя расстояния до Земли. Так, ладно, мы отвлеклись. По-хорошему, надо в какой-то момент всех тут перестрелять и начать переодеваться во все костюмы. Тогда костюмы разблокируются, можно будет хитро и красиво все делать. Ну, тут и так все сделано, что можно хитро и красиво. И просто, самое главное. Так, здесь мы начали нашу миссию. Black Gold. Знаешь, это в вашей семье слишком мало черных. Вот эта мода на черный цвет. Но с другой стороны, золото на черном никогда не выйдет из моды. Хотя здесь, конечно, безвкусица. Так, нам надо вон туда. Ну ладно, нам надо проникнуть в служебную зону. Следовательно, мы воспользуемся одним из этих прислужников. Плюс наверняка есть... О, ландри. Это у нас прачечная, да? По-хорошему. Я просто не хочу бросать тело прям посреди сцены. Наверняка туда можно как-то пройти. Для этого нам может потребоваться... Понятно. Но меня почти никто не заметил, кстати. Нет, барышня. Барышня заметила. Так, ладно.
Sir, we have word that he's arrived. I'm just waiting for him to turn up.
I'm glad to hear, but I don't like to be kept waiting.
Stop.
Make sure he has his papers and call me, okay?
Of course, sir. We'll let you know.
You better.
Stuyvesant is expecting a replacement.
Так, новый телохранитель босса. Ну да, надо как-то проникнуть в любом случае в защитную зону. Нет, 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 нет. Так. О, отлично, она ушла. О, нет. Так, она ушла, значит, сейчас есть возможность, пока она отвернулась. Есть контакт. Теперь не смертельное что-нибудь. О, косяк с марихуаной есть. Кокос. Так. Ну, в таких комнатах всегда есть шкаф. И так как мы в запретной зоне, лучше переодеться сразу. Заодно подобрать крысиный яд. Да, сейчас мы, кстати, попробуем это сделать. Нет. Они не предусмотрели такую возможность. Так, этот меня узнает. Этот меня узнает. Удачи.
I think I can open that window remotely. Scan the lock with your camera and I'll have a try.
Дистанционно открыть окно. Прикольно. Не знаю, зачем это, но это прикольно. Это, наверное, чтобы выталкивать людей. Тут же все окна закрыты. Так, здесь понятно. О, нет. Твою же налево. Ладно, ничего страшного. У нас есть яблоко. Все. Все хорошо. Ничего не было. Никто ничего не видел. Просто два тела с разбитым яблоком. Да хватит меня палить, животное. Всего-то пройти надо. Да, два, да, нашли. Да, бывает. О, отлично, отвлекся. Яблоком убил мужика, да-да-да. Бегают, там что-то забегали. Найдите пропавшего новичка. Это один из этих парней как раз двух. Давайте уже пакуйте их, и все будет хорошо. Пропавший новичок — это один из вот этих парней. Вон он там стоит, скорее всего, в той комнате. Вот он, да? Это он? Или этот? Непонятно. А, вон маркер стоит. Все хорошо. Нет, это в этой зоне, видимо, найти, да? Отпереть не могу. Кто-то забегал. Я чувствую, сейчас уже эвакуацию начнут объявлять, пока я тут пытаюсь найти пропавшего новичка. Промахнулся. Промахнулся. Ну и где этот новичок? Так, загрузить. По-моему... Ну да, тут далековато загружать, поэтому не будем ничего загружать. Типично стелс. Да. Я просто буду ждать, когда они все эти тела... По идее, в разговоре они должны были сказать это. То, что там новичок, не новичок. А, вот он. Все, я нашел его, все хорошо. Все хорошо. В зеркало стреляем. Все, успокоились. Тут есть шкаф. Тащить. Спрятать. Сейчас все сделаем. Сейчас будет стелс. Замаскироваться. О! Все. Явитесь в офис службы охраны. Все, ситуация под контролем, товарищ. Надо было, конечно, спрятать тело, но... Как тут спрячешь тело? Правильно? Никак. Куда-то побежал, да? Нет, нормально. Явиться в офис службы безопасности. Молоток нам пригодится. Я убил всех твоих охранников и пришел за тобой, брат.
Reporting for duty.
About time. Our client has been going out of his mind waiting for you. Do you have the papers?
Yes.
Good. I'll call him now.
How should I address him?
It's classified, so you don't call him anything. But officially, he's just known as codename Pinky.
Мизинец. Codename Мизинец. Это наш босс.
Sir, this is security. Just calling to let you know your new guard has finally arrived. Yes, sir.
Но ведь все получилось. Все получилось. Шкафчик. Электричество.
Okay, wait here. He'll be here shortly.
И записи с камер наблюдения, да? Да.
Okay, you must be my new escort.
Черт.
I have very
Не
high
успел.
standards and trust you will do your duty.
Right there.
You have your
That's
credentials
Marcus
on
Stuyvesant, Providence partner, self-entitled and arrogant little worm. He might not look like much, but he's done more damage to the world than you could
Let
dream.
me see here. Yes, that looks good. I like it. A cutlery expert, no less. I have no idea what that means. But your CV is very impressive. This looks perfect. Okay, walk with me. I need to go through some ground rules.
Окей. Пошли.
Hey, come back here.
Иду.
Ever go wandering off again?
Все нормально. Так, сохраняем. Сейчас попробуем выстрелом уничтожить камеры наблюдения вместе с этим парнем.
So do your goddamn job. Please, I need help.
You're on your own, guys. You know what to do.
Да ладно, не может быть такого. Нет. Не будем пока уничтожать, значит. Не нужно. Слишком кроваво.
Understood. I expect you to be by my side 24/7.
Потом вернемся за этим.
Bathroom breaks are, of course, permitted, but only when I say so. I have a very important and delicate meeting today, in which I expect you to keep your ears closed, but your eyes wide open. Understood? Now, go.
Какая-то встреча у парня, да?
Now, your papers were indeed
Текст
impressive,
здоров.
but I need to see what you can do with my own eyes. My father used to take me hunting. He was an avid hunter. I personally hated it, but always admired his skill with a knife and grew to appreciate what it takes to.
Этот ящик так и просит всех убить и запаковать.
Good. Then you know it's not so easy as it looks. Like trying to stab a rubber ball. Bounces back if you don't stab it correctly. You're almost here. You have to understand. I didn't get where I am by blind faith. Okay, we are almost there. You see the shooting targets? Any fool can shoot a target. With a knife? No. That's where the talent lies. My father always used to say, if you are good with a knife, you're even better with a gun. I want to see your skills.
Навыки? Ты хочешь увидеть мои навыки? Я бы не советовал, брат. Кухонный нож. Раз. Два. Три. И два ножа для них как раз остались. 4. Попал.
You've gained his trust. What to do with all that power? We got him, 47. Soon there will be no more Providence.
Эй, все нормально, все хорошо, все хорошо. Так, спрятать тело. Тащить, избавиться. Давай. Все. Теперь тоже тащить. Избавиться. Хоть что-то чисто сделаем, да? Этот сам себя порезал. Сам себя порезал, парень. Итак, мы устроили кровавую баню. Ну, в общем-то, сделали все. Открылось новое оружие и яд. Это прекрасно. Счет Мити. 15 тысяч, новый личный рекорд. Это вы еще моих рекордов, ребятки, не видели. О, какой костюм. Прекрасно. The man behind the curtain. Чего не отнять, красивые локации, в этот раз сюжетик.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look.
Да, в одиночку все решать, это мы любители.
Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back.
No going
back. The ICA knows what you did.
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood.
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
Что произошло?
Where'd that get you?
Нам звонит этот и угрожает Диане.
The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Мы поймали парня из международной организации, которая управляет всем миром, якобы. И он от нас сбежал. Так.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
А, это же как раз...
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Кто помнит, как называлось соглашение, которое фактически создало мировое правительство по одной из теорий заговоров? Бранденбергское или как? По-моему, это отсылка прямо туда. Ну, типа, такое же, знаешь, уютное местечко, где-то в Англии, судя по...
Thornbridge Manor.
А, Торнбридж, ладно, окей.
Family's home for countless generations.
Другое.
The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law,
Портрет прям такой, знаешь, английская знать.
Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate.
Хорошо срежиссировали в этот раз заставочки, прямо от души.
Good luck, gentlemen.
А что если я...
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning.
Частный детектив.
I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator.
Частный детектив, в общем. Надо следовать за частным детективом. Пойдем на опережение, пока есть такая возможность. Еще один момент. Отвлекусь недолго. Так, все, дальше поехали.
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me, said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was gonna read into them and freak out. Say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
But then the awful business with her brother Zachary and her oldest security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
Тут же есть бег в приседе. Все время забываю.
This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Проникновение. О, там оружие. А вот куда дальше, я уже не знаю. Люстра. Он идет сюда. Давай-ка сохранимся и сделаем свой ход.
Whoa, what a shock.
Такие дела. Ну, немножко крови, но пройдемся по этой луже, походим. Нет, следов нет.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well.
Такие типичные
I suppose you will want
лорды.
to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Сразу приступим к расследованию и умыкнем как раз досье.
I'm obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Сейчас будет обыск, да?
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Неплохо.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
А тут выходы, я понял, тут только выход. Из зеркала. Да. Ох уж мне эти поместья. Так, смотрим на ноутбук.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish.
Ага, сравнить предсмертную записку с другими образцами. То есть мы пришли. Сейчас мы почитаем. Так, 4, еще 2 улики. Младшего брата. Ага. Короче, младший брат почил, да? А мы подозреваем, что его убили. А где его тело? Вот оно. Ну да, такой товарищ. Так, ладно, займемся патологоанатомством. Ага, как-то сканировать надо.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison.
Яд растительного происхождения.
Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
А мне-то как интересно. Сейчас попробуем. Понял. Комната безопасности. И тоже потайная дверь. Тут прям рай для любителей поползать по узким коридорам древних поместий. Хорошо сделано. Даже на обычных настройках графики все работает. Сейчас надо добраться до дворецкого. Учитывая то, как они разговаривают, это похоже на англичан.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case.
Убийца дворецкий, как у Агаты Кристи.
This is very useful information, 47.
Так, какой-то Патрик. И мистер Фернби. Надо Патрика, да? Еще. Это он? Слышь.
May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Эй. Есть разговор.
I said speed up time, not my passing. Now just go away, will you?
Of course, sir. I'll come back later.
Why are you all up in my face, mister?
How's everything coming
Please.
along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying
Patrick
in the kitchen.
Carlyle.
So watch
Can you tell
yourself
me
around
where
here,
you
Mr.
were
Patrick.
yesterday
Don't worry
evening?
about me.
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to go for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great
Как выбесить человека во время допроса?
He just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my
Случайный инцест, такое, знаете ли, бывает.
Did you see
Осуждаю.
anything suspicious last night?
No.
Как говорится, главное не подпевать.
I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it. Just remembered I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now?
Так, теперь надо найти способ добраться до нее. Ну, либо допросить подозреваемых, и нас к ней пропустят.
Hey, how are you?
You must have been in something.
Грегори, Эдвард, Ребекка, Эмма.
Incredibly dangerous
Мгм.
situations, right? Shoot out.
Looking good, man.
Кто из вас Грегори?
Well, what did you find? You special well have a damn good reason for not being here in person. Christ! You really don't have a...
А знаете, что я думаю?
Weasel Arthur Edwards, can we get back what he stole from you?
Looks like we can. Been through have been bulletproof.
Знаете, что я думаю?
Arrangements our office worked years to put in place.
Мы пойдем старым добрым способом. Постоим.
Take him down! Solid.
That's Madame Carlisle taken care of.
Промахнулся 3 раза. Очень много раз промахнулся. Давай еще разочек. Мне нравится. Вот этот старый добрый способ, он всегда заходит.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Where is That's Madame Carlisle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Все. Все. Спокойно, господа. Осталось найти досье. О, у него автомат. Хорош. Так, теперь для полноты картины мы переоденемся в охранника. Тут у нас спрятать негде. А, не, есть. Нормально. Все, спрятать, а потом переодеваться. А ты как сюда попал, животное? Раз. Давай, да, по стариночке Не получилось. Загрузить. Ну, понятное дело, надо там выманивать все дела. Пошли искать досье. Так, здесь мы были. Я думаю, наверху.
I don't know who you think you are, sir, but I'm not letting you pass. Hey, psych!
Да что такое, да как? А, ну ладно. Вы не такие слепые, как я думал. Ну, с другой стороны, мне в любом случае искать досье, поэтому... Попробуем найти нужных людей. Это дверь в комнату Ребекки, но мне нечем ее открывать. Неужели тут нет других вариантов, кроме как... А, вот она пошла, все хорошо. Так, дверь в комнату Ребекки. Так, ну это последняя была возможность ее прикончить. Надо найти какой-нибудь ключ прислуги. Он, скорее всего, лежит, как обычно, в подвале, поэтому идем на первый этаж. Нож для писем.
May I get you anything, Mr. Patrick?
Privacy?
Maybe stop keeping an eye on. We'll put you up to this. Mother, just doing my right.
Нам нужно как-то уговорить какую-нибудь горничную. Судя по всему, она вот здесь.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler? Of course.
Так, жетон Ребекки и мистера Фернби. По одному жетону от хранилища. Где бездарные ячейки, скорее всего, досье там. У Ребекки и дворецкого мистера Фернсби. Так, отлично. А Ребекка — это ключ к Ребекке, да, надо, видимо. Так, ладно, предохранитель, не знаю зачем. Надо... О.
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
А ну иди сюда.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Мне кажется, что они вдохновлялись Пуаро Агаты Кристи, когда писали сценарий этой серии. Грегори, Эдвард и Эмма. Эдвард и Эмма. Ой, не знаю, не знаю. Так, ладно, у нее должен быть ключ, да? Ладно. Здесь мы еще не были. А это, видимо, один из... Да.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and Mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Anything else you want?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Так, остался Эдвард. И Эмма. Эмма это, по-моему, вот эта уборщица, да, которая тут ходила? Нет.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended.
Я бы убил их всех, если честно.
Supported his self-limiting behavior by letting
Медленно.
him live
В
here.
глазах
Is that all?
47-го копится ярость.
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a
Они
feeling
друг
that
на друга,
Zachary
короче,
was
говорят пока
depressed,
что.
not just sad.
То Дворецкий выходил
I suppose
из
he realized
комнаты,
that he had
то
no one
Закария,
with
что-то
Alexa
там.
Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Так, осталось найти только одного. Вот этого. Унылого с усами. Ищем. Унылые с усами. Есть такое? О, рог единорога. Стопе. Отломать, можно отломать рог единорога. Даже такой озверел, впился в единорога и отломал.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect. Can't we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do
О,
that.
предохранитель уже есть.
I'll finish setting up, and then we'll grab the fuse just before you call down the family.
Good. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Люблю вмешиваться в работу фотографов. Так, это нам пригодится. Тут что-то можно перекрутить, видимо. А, вот она, да? Оголить провод. Нужна отвертка. А вот и отвертка. Так, значит, оголить провод, а потом... Нет электричества. Ага. Все, я понял.
I don't believe for a second Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him stay here, but Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out.
Так, нам нужен унылый с усами. Фотография на память. Окей. Может, сделаем фотографию на память? Не будем искать унылого с усами. Или мы его нашли? Вот он. Нет, это не он. Это полицейский. Топор.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Ладно, попробуем найти унылого.
Hello there, sir.
Hello.
Listen, sir, there's no drama. Just need to check your pockets.
А, я понял. Не надо. Не надо, у нас тут окно рядом. Так, где унылый? Ребята, где унылый с усами? Отвали. Я просто приседи бежал. Ничего страшного. Так, ванная. Тут эти обсуждали. Тут мы были. Тут. Унылый с усами, это ты? Нет. Ну так где он? На втором этаже, что ли? На верхнем этаже, может быть? Но туда меня не пропустят. Я помню, туда меня не пускали.
I was just having a laugh, dear.
Stay back.
Мыло.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Romance.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Would you
I
mind
spent the
taking a
evening
few
with
steps
Patrick.
away from
Отвали.
me, please?
We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the
Someone
universe.
real.
Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and,
We had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Так, понятно.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
О. Ломом. Вот что я думаю. Так, список мистера Фэнсби. Что еще тут? Обожженный дневник.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago.
46 лет назад убили брата. И подстроили несчастный случай. И предсмертная записка имеет другой почерк. Не такой, как в дневнике недожженном. А теперь найти унылого с усами сохранится. Я очень много тут бегал. Так, смотрим. Эдвард. А, вот он, наверное, да? Да.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this
Ужасная трагедия, ужасная.
I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff were all the company he had. If that's all?
Did you notice anything else out of the
Они, походу, все
Apart from
замешаны.
the fact we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking. Zachary found dead in his bed this morning. Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy. And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Все. Так, это не он. Это не он, да? Остается. Важное место какое-то не исследовал. Надо в главный кабинет вернуться. И яблоком кого-нибудь ваншотнем. В нашем деле ведь что? Самое главное это собрать кучу всяких предметов.
There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but Amy thinks she might be pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad.
Все, теперь идем. Так, предохранитель. А, выломать. Нет. Выломать не будем. Идем на базу, где был его кабинет. По-моему, это был второй этаж. Я там еще долго бродил. Запутанная карта. Если ее, конечно, знать хорошо, все будет происходить быстрее. Роман охранника. И я один раз видел подобную сцену. Как мы все знаем, частенько клининговые фирмы нанимают гостей из Средней Азии. И я видел как раз роман охранника и уборщицы. Это было забавно. Так, тут что-то надо было сфотографировать, как я понял. Да. Так, есть труп Закари. Уже мухи, да? Так, ладно. Осталось попасть в комнату Ребекки. Она в конце коридора закрыта, но у меня вроде бы есть отмычка. Да. Так, никто меня не видит. Сохраняемся. У вас нет нужного предмета для выполнения этого задания или нелегальные действия, да? Давай нелегальное.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Hey, Ron, did Yates mention anything about the Carlisle account? Yes, I'm in England now. It's all gone. Ron and I haven't been briefed about shit.
Лысый
What do I
какой-то.
say to Carlisle? I feel completely blindsided here. I have no idea what's going on. It's all gone. No, she's calm as ice. It's just not natural. Nobody's that calm. It's gonna end in murder, I'm telling you.
Так, у них украли активы, что ли? Ладно. А это? Оп. Удобно. Так, с помощью камеры, да, что-то еще можно выяснить. Нет. Так, все, смотрим дальше. Дворецкий, значит, и Эмма. Так, ну, можно, конечно, ворваться к тому разговаривающему бухгалтеру. Но у него тут охрана, да? Понятно. Так, ну и каким образом я должен это сделать? Вот. Кабинет Фернби. Еще одну улику.
Oh, stop pacing, for God's sake, Emma.
Why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Комната Эммы и Грегори. Я фото на память. А теперь извини. Где там лом у нас? Есть. Нормально, нормально, успокоились. Так, теперь подбираем лом и тащим подругу. Как удобно. Везде есть шкаф. Надеюсь, это был не важный персонаж. Да? Так, сейчас мы перезамаскируемся 2 раза. О, ништяк. Так, теперь проверяем. Идем куда шли. Кабинет был на 1-м этаже. Так, обеденный зал, вот. К нему вход только через ванну. Я забыл камеры посмотреть. Наверняка потайной ход какой-то пропустил. А вот ключ. Ключ все двери. О, да. Вот да, вот да, вот да, вот да, вот да, вот да. Все осталось к Эмме. К Эмме. Да, надо в кабинет к Эмме. Так, хорошо. На 2-й этаж. Комната Ребекки прямо надо мной. Побежали. Да, ё-моё. Пардон, ребят. Не туда добежал. И меня раскрыли, да, помимо всего прочего.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Hey, Ron, did Yates mention anything about the Carlisle account? It's all gone. Ron and I haven't been briefed about...
Ох уж эти английские поместья. А где еще-то улика? А, вот. Таблетка смертельный яд.
Lethal if you use enough of.
Так, тут все. Комната Ребекки. Ноутбук. Комната Грегори я тут не был. Комната Закари был. Ага. Все, понял. Нашли более утоляющие, но не те. Так, теперь в комнату Ребекки. Наверх. Ну, кстати, да. Да мне не нужны, в общем-то, больше улики. Пустите меня к цели. Так, комнату Закари мы полностью осмотрели. Комната Ребекки сейчас проникнем. Угу. Тут что-то мы не увидели. О-хо-хо. Понял. Так, и куда это ведет? В коридор. Окна никуда не ведут. Но я не знаю, как она сказала там. И куда это меня ведет этот указатель? Наверное, к ней, да? То есть я могу дать ложное обвинение. Я еще не изучил все улики, и теоретически могу, наверное, дать ложное обвинение. Наверное. Не совсем понял. А! Это фотограф, что ли, там подсвечен? Непонятно.
Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madam Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Мертвая птица.
Madam Carlyle is still going ahead with her staged funeral tomorrow, and she wants to inspect the arrangements. How about it, 47?
My aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait here till he says he's ready for Madam.
Плавучее бревно. А, плавучее бревно, возможно, нужно для убийства у костра. Я понял. Так, ладно. Это не то. Это не то, что нам нужно. Избавиться от птиц, свивших гнезда. Ну, птиц мы стрелять точно не будем, абсолютно. Так, значит, нам осталось одну комнату проверить. Мы там не нашли то, что нужно было найти. Эмма. На каком этаже? Эмма и Грегори прямо рядом. А, ну они здесь, в этой комнате сидят, да? Да. Угу. Ладно, давай проверим комнату Ребекки. Если это не сработает, то просто валим всех из пистолета. Мистера Фэнсби комната, да? Ну тут мы все проверили. Второй этаж. Запутанное, но очень хочется пройти нормально.
Okay.
Ладно, давай попробуем. Последняя попытка на Ребекку. Так, камеру.
Hi, hon. Yeah, well, I don't feel and I thought might be coming my way. Yeah, well, don't count on it. This is a shit assignment. No, I didn't expect this. Yates didn't even warn me, and now he doesn't return my calls. I just wish I was home. I love you too. Bye.
Ну, вообще непонятно, где тут улиты. Надо попробовать найти Дворецкого, наверное. Нет. 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 О, стоп. Все. Средний этаж. В общем, комната Эммы и Грегори надо проверить теперь.
If you only knew what we face. I wonder what you would do. Attack? Regroup? Close the gates and
Завершить расследование. Давай сохранимся и завершаем прям как есть.
doubt?
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
Very well. Let's talk in my office.
Да. Пошли. И надо будет убить Дворецкого. Хотя нет, ладно, давай по-нормальному сделаем. Досмотрим комнату Эммы. Сканером. Я просто не привык, что нужно пользоваться сканером. Это слишком изощренно. Да. Я понял. Вот здесь у меня были проблемы как раз с этой подругой. Сейчас мы ее отвлечем. Дуриш, so good.
What the?
Так. Избавиться. Канистра с пропаном отсутствует. Сложно представить, от чего тут надо избавиться. Ладно, врубаем просветочку. Нож для писем. Балкон. Это что там? Брелок со связкой ключей от оранжереи. Это возможно, да, для яда. И почему пропал ключ? Очень много вопросов и никаких ответов. Угу. Еще 3. Туфли. Туфли, следы. Угу. Письмо.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Так. Охотничий журнал. Перепрыгивать смысла нет. Еще одно. трость. Ну, я просто все уже обыскал. Сангуин — это отсылка к предыдущей части, так назывался модный показ в Париже. Но не знаю. Да, хотя нет, я сохранюсь все-таки. Так, не вижу, где здесь еще. Слишком много камеры. А подсказка прям посередине где-нибудь. Окей, пошли в оранжерею. Я бы обвинил Дворецкого.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Но чтобы найти досье, все равно как-то придется доставать жетоны у Дворецкого и у той рыжеволосой.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Время забрать награду, полностью согласен. Императорское яйцо не будем трогать.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Обвинить мистера Фернсби, Закари... Ну, Фернсби только.
Mr. Fernsby killed Zachary.
Да, Дворецкий, как в Агате Кристи.
You've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. Wait, where are you going? Please, sit down. Right. Where were we? That's outrageous. We did no such
Where
no
were we?
need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
Досье.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. That must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Вот оно что, Михалыч. You earned it. Враг моего врага, да?
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting.
Спасибо.
I need some privacy. Sir. Thank you.
Досье есть.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured.
Она хочет побыть одна.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Ну, это того стоило. Мы получили досье без лишнего геморроя, и теперь нам надо валить как можно быстрее, пока они там не расчехлили всю свою охрану, да? Ой-ой-ой, запретная зона. Пардон, ребята, пардон. Все хорошо. Уходим. Угу. Сейчас 5 минут.
You like reading? You look really smart in a good way. I mean,
I do like reading.
really? I like reading too.
Но эта миссия того стоила. То есть вот эти детективные расследования привели нас к тому, что мы преуспели и в первом, и во втором.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Напали. Главный в доме. Ачивочка, да? Хорошо. Раз, два. Ну да, самое сочное мы собрали. Отлично. счет миссии 143 тысячи. На первый был счет 15. Так, детализация. Ну-ка. Ой, ничего не понятно. Далее. О, ура, отмычку дали. И нычку в ванной комнате. И в саду можно начать с садовником, это прекрасно. You owe him nothing. Ты ничему ему не должен.
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
А, то есть Диану сейчас убьют.
Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me! Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out.
Это он как раз.
And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
А, контракт 47-го на убийство родителей Дианы, я понял. Это жестко.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
Как и в Absolution, ситуация принимает личный оборот. Хорошо. Ну вот с этой миссии мы начнем в следующий раз. Спасибо всем, кто смотрел. Пойду хавать. Да.